tourists.
Well, time now to take our first break. When we come back, we'll take a look at news from outside the Gambia. Stay tuned in.
It is a revolution of great young minds and a competition where everyone is a winner. It is a display of academic potentials, talent, and beauty. Founded and supported by His Excellency the President, Chef Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya AJJ Jammeh, the finals of the 2012 Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant will take place on Saturday, September 15, 2012 at the Paradise Suites Hotel starting at 8 p.m. The event will be graced by Her Excellency the First Lady, Madam Zainab Yahya AJJ Jammeh. Guest artist is Sekuba Bambino and other Gambian artists. Proudly sponsored by the Gambia Ports Authority, Gam Petroleum, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, the Gambia Tourism Board, Social Security and Housing Finance Corporation, and AFRICEL. Support the Miss 22nd July Scholarship Pageant as the scheme will benefit all and sundry.
Welcome back to the news. Belgium has added its voice to the recent calls by world powers for Rwanda to stop supporting M23 rebels in DR Congo's North Kivu region. The call came from Didier Reynders, who is on a visit to Kigali. The Belgian foreign minister met with Rwanda's President Paul Kagame and the country's foreign minister. Rwanda has warmly denied accusations of supporting rebels. We have details in this report.
They're called M23, and they are a small rebel movement that could spark another war at the border between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. These soldiers deserted the Congolese army after their leader had been disgraced by the International Criminal Court for crimes of war. Here in North Kivu, they are slowly taking control of the village and are trying to set up a new administration.
The people are behind the M23. You'll see for yourselves that now there is security and stability.
However, the Belgian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Didier Reynders, doesn't share this opinion. He visited the area after arriving to Rwanda on Saturday. After meeting with President Kagame, he then met with his counterpart. Both the DRC and the United Nations are accusing Kigali of supporting the M23. Reynders is worried of an escalation of hostilities and demands an end to supporting the rebels.
There is a risk for Rwanda to see the international community taking the floor for all the actions. And of course, it's always that.
These were words of warning to the international community about possible sanctions against Rwanda.
We have asked for an opportunity for Rwanda to discuss these accusations. They are baseless. But we also feel that, and I'm venturing that it's also the wish of Belgium, that we start looking for solutions. We cannot go on with the blame game forever.
Louise Mushikiwabo will take this message to New York in a few days. It is a debate that the United Nations will need to have regarding instability in the region.
Syria has suffered one of the deadliest weekends yet in the 17-month conflict. The opposition reports 700 deaths, and now a regime helicopter has been reportedly shot down in a Damascus suburb. A Syrian activist said the rebels shot the helicopter in revenge for a massacre in the Damascus suburbs of Daraya. Mass burials took place there on Sunday. Further north in the city of Aleppo, activists have also reported shelling and shootings. CNN's Nick Patton-Wells has been with fighters, and he experienced the dangers they face firsthand.
To be with Syrian rebels around Aleppo, hunted from above by merciless government jets. That flyby followed with relief they survived, and one commander's anger that they must fight alone. Maybe the outside world pities us, he says, but until now we don't see any help. We need a no-fly zone and weapons, then just a battalion of us can finish this. Even though they say 2/3 of Aleppo supports them, they switch off headlights for the journey into a city that President Bashar al-Assad knows he must hold if he's to cling to power. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! They are young and cheered along. They have the will, but not a unified way ahead.
Well, the rebels we're travelling with have stopped to radio ahead to the unit in the next town to be sure that when they arrive, they don't open fire upon them. A real example about how patchy coordination and communication can be between these two rebel units. Allahu Akbar!
We drive down a main road that locals tell them is safe in pitch black in case jets fly above. But ahead, Assad's forces lie in wait, opening fire with machine guns and grenades.
As we're moving down the road in towards Aleppo, our lights off, we took incoming fire. Seemed to have had an RPG shot at us, and now everyone's staying very low and trying to work out what the next best move is, keeping all the lights off.
We couldn't even risk the tiny lights our camera makes when filming until we'd made it to some trees nearby.
They say there's been wounded, perhaps dead, in the front rebel vehicles. They're trying to bring them back, but a major fear now is a jet that's been circling overhead for the past 15-20 minutes. It keeps swooping low.
Their intense fear of not knowing if the bomber above can see them. Later that day, state TV seems to headline this incident as a failed attack on an army checkpoint. The rebels must wish they were that organised. They lost 2 men and had many injured. They later learned local rebels knew there was a military base on that road, but the information just never got to this unit.
And many think the rebels will eventually be victorious because they know the areas they're fighting in better than the Assad forces. But tonight we witnessed on just a very local level how a lack of cooperation can be fatal. And you have to ask, really, what that means for the rebels' strategy nationwide.
Questions when for now there are mostly prayers that somehow this rebellion pulls together fast enough to bring the killing to an end. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Aleppo, Syria.
Well, time now to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the sports news. Stay tuned in. Welcome back. The 2012 Birkama Nawetan football season kicked off on Sunday with the Curtain Raisers Cup final between Soccer United and Gassem Football Club. Last season's runner-up Gassem of Birkama Dasilame led twice to beat the reigning champions Soccer United of Birkama Sateba by 2-1 to lift the first trophy of the new Nawetan football season. Momodu Esjalo reports.
Thousands of football fans in Birkama on Sunday filled the Boxbar Mini Stadium to witness the Super Cup final, ending several months of waiting for the start of the popular Nawetan football season. The Super Cup final between the reigning league and knockout champions Soccer United and last season's runners-up Gassem FC marks the beginning of the 2012 summer football fiesta in Birkama. Gassem took the lead midway into the first period through Musa Bojang. He twisted and turned his marker before firing a low shot past Soccer United's goalkeeper. He showed brilliant skills with great composure in the box, and the finish was fantastic from the center forward. Trailing with a goal down, the defending league and knockout champions mounted a fight back, but could not break the Gassem back four before the halftime. Soccer United got the second half underway, and it took them seconds from the restart to level the score. A great team goal resulting from a patient build-up, and Dembo Bojang came flying with an unstoppable diving header past goalkeeper Buba Sanyang. Have a second look at the equalizing goal. What a nice build-up and a great finish. That was really classic. From that moment on, the reigning champions started to stamp their authority on the game. This was another attack that started from the goalkeeper and was very close to being a second goal. Despite being on the back foot for most of the second period, Gassem left it late to score the winning goal from a stunning free kick by Sekou Kamara. That was a trademark free kick with great technique, lifting the ball over the wall into the top corner, leaving the goalkeeper motionless and with no chance absolutely. 2-1, the final score, a joyous moment for both players and fans of Gassem Football Club. The Gassem coach described the victory as a revenge for losing to the same side in last season's league final, whilst his opposite number is putting behind the Super Cup defeat and looking forward